The silence was shattered without warning. Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. A grainy video, raw and unedited, flooded the digital underground. FLIR recording thermal image of 3 glowing orbs in triangular formation. This was different. This was new. They moved with an intelligence that defied any known aerodynamics. They hovered silently over restricted airspace Naval Air Weapons Station China Lake. The timestamp was recent. The implications were immediate and honestly terrifying. This wasn't a historical artifact. It was happening right now in our time. The leak was a defiant act, a message from someone on the inside who believed the public had a right to know. This footage was not meant for our eyes. Classified, locked away in a digital vault deep in the Pentagon. Its sudden appearance on obscure forums, then rocketing to mainstream attention, was a calculated risk. This is not a new story. The recent incursions at China Lake and other bases are just the latest chapter in a long and disturbing history of UFO encounters linked to our military's most sensitive sites. To understand what's happening in 2025, you have to look back. You have to connect the dots. The pattern has been there for decades, hiding in plain sight. Think back to the 1940s and 50s, sightings of Foo Fighters by Allied pilots in World War II, the waves of green fireballs over sensitive nuclear research facilities like Los Alamos Sandia National Laboratories. These weren't random events. They were targeted, deliberate observations of our most advanced and dangerous technological developments. The Cold War era only intensified this pattern. Malmstrom Air Force Base in Montana, 1967. A glowing red orb was seen hovering over the facility's missile silos. As the object lingered, 10 of our Minuteman nuclear missiles suddenly went offline. They became unlaunchable. The incident, detailed by multiple Air Force personnel who were there, was a terrifying display of technological superiority. The message was clear: your most powerful weapons are vulnerable. We can turn them off at will. Similar events were reported at other nuclear bases across the country. The correlation is undeniable. Wherever we develop or store weapons of mass destruction, these unknown craft appear to be watching, monitoring, and sometimes even interfering. The phenomenon is not limited to nuclear sites. It extends to our centers of advanced aerospace development. Edwards Air Force Base, Area 51. These are the places where we push the boundaries of flight, and they are hotspots for UAP activity. One pilot, anonymously, described a sphere of pure black pacing his F-35 Lightning II. He said it had no visible means of propulsion, no wings, no engines, no heat signature. It moved with an impossible fluidity, making instantaneous right-angle turns. He described a feeling of being observed, as if it was actively scanning his aircraft. These are not simple sightings. They are close, unnerving encounters. Beyond the pilot reports and radar data, there are eyewitnesses on the ground, military personnel, civilians near the bases. They speak of silent, glowing objects that hover for hours, beams of light scanning the ground over weapons bunkers and research labs. A contractor near a Mojave research facility reported a massive triangular craft overhead, so large it blocked out the stars. These aren't just blips on a screen, they are tangible physical objects seen by credible people in multiple locations. Let's be clear about what we're seeing. The technology on display during these 2025 incursions is not an incremental leap. It is a quantum jump beyond anything we know to be publicly or even secretly possible. We are talking about craft that demonstrate what the Pentagon itself calls the 5 observables. Anti-gravity lift, sudden and instantaneous acceleration, hypersonic velocities without signatures, low observability, transmedium travel. These are not just advanced aircraft. They are machines that appear to operate on a different set of physical laws. They move without displacing air, without generating heat, without making a sound. It's a technology of magic. Consider the energy requirements. Pilots and radar show maneuvers going from dead stop to thousands of miles per hour in a blink. That would require an energy source beyond our comprehension. Conventional propulsion creates heat, noise, and exhaust. These objects create none. This suggests a propulsion system that manipulates space-time itself, a concept straight out of theoretical physics. It's a technology that can likely generate its own gravitational field, allowing it to move unhindered by inertia and g-forces. The materials are another puzzle. When confronted with the evidence, the leaks, the pilot testimony, the radar data, the official response has been a masterclass in obfuscation. The Pentagon's press conferences have become a theater of the absurd. High-ranking officials at podiums, faces grim and practiced. They speak but they say nothing, acknowledging unidentified aerial phenomena while downplaying the significance. Promising transparency while adding more classification. Their words are a smokescreen. The Freedom of Information Act, once a tool for truth, has become a bureaucratic brick wall. Requests for files related to the 2025 incidents are met with months, sometimes years of delays. When documents are finally released, they are a sea of black ink. Entire pages are redacted. The few words left visible are stripped of all context. Unidentified, airspace, velocity. We are handed documents that show us nothing but the shape of the information being hidden. These redactions are not just about protecting sources and methods. They are about concealing a fundamental truth they deem us unworthy to handle. Behind the scenes, the message is one of silence. Pilots, radar operators, intelligence analysts are subjected to intense debriefings. It's a systematic campaign to silence witnesses and control the narrative. This wall of secrecy is perhaps the most compelling evidence of all. The events of 2025 have pushed us to a precipice of profound uncertainty. We have leaked footage, radar data, and credible witness testimony. We've seen intrusions over sensitive military sites by a technology that defies physics and renders our weapons irrelevant. And we've been met with a wall of official silence. The conventional explanations fail. A foreign adversary? The technological leap is too great. Our own secret program? The deception would be too monumental. When viewed without prejudice, the evidence points away from Earth towards the logical yet taboo hypothesis of a non-human intelligence. If these objects flying with impunity through our skies are not ours, then whose are they?